My life changed a couple years ago when I discovered something called the progress principle. It is a principle that was written about in the Harvard Business Review. It's based on a tremendous amount of research done by a professor over there, and what she determined is that people that feel happy and successful and fulfilled by their lives and work, they all have one thing in common. They feel as though they're making progress on something that matters. So I read this little bit of research and I started applying it to my life. And what I do, as stupid as this sounds, it really works. I don't focus on balancing everything. I focus on just making sure that I make progress on one thing a day. That's right, you heard me. One thing a day that matters to me. Now, if I can make progress on one thing a day that matters to me, then I can let go and let the rest of my day get hijacked by kids, by spouse, by phone calls, by emails, by social media, by all kinds of things that come up and tend to hijack your day when you're a busy person, when you have a family, when you're married, when you got a lot going on. And so by focusing on one thing a day, I feel the sense of control and the sense of progress that science tells us will make you happy and make you feel more confident and actually make you more effective at getting things done. It also frees me up to be more present with my kids.
You may take it for granted now, hopefully not, but it was once just a vision. It may have seemed impossible at one time. So how did you do it? You started with a concrete vision of what you wanted and you focused on it continuously, didn't you? Wherever focus goes, energy flows. You envisioned something, you got clear about it, and then you started thinking about all the reasons why you wanted it. You got excited about it. Said, this is what's next for me now. I want this. You may have dreamed about it, thought about it, talked about it. But when you focus on something continuously, something magical happens. You get insights, don't you? You overhear a conversation, and you hear something you wouldn't have heard if you didn't have that outcome or goal that you wanted so badly. Who's ever come up with something, obsessed about it, didn't even know how to do it, and it just happened, and it came together? Who's had that experience? Say I. So why don't we tap into that power now for your business and life?
We're very simple people at Apple. We focus on making the world's best product and enriching people's lives. I think some companies, maybe even the one that you mentioned, maybe they decided that they could do everything. We have to make sure at Apple that we stay true to focus, laser focus. We can only do great things a few times, only on a few products.
To me, what the biggest mistake people make with fear is
right away. You're gonna hit them sides and them rocks. You're gonna tear your back out on them cliff. You're gonna.
I said, I don't know, Mike. I've been trying. I just don't know.
You're saying, oh, I'm scared. I hate this. Get it out. I don't want you near my life. This is not helping me.
You're gonna cut yourself. You're gonna get wounded. You're gonna get some tears and stuff like that. But eventually, the parachute will open.
Scared. And he said, just be scared and do it anyhow. Don't speak.
You get obviously really wound up. So he said, you've got to...
Do not jump. I promise you one thing. Your parachute will never open. So
that drove me, and so
that it got you where you are, that it makes you work. The fear sometimes actually goes, oh, I better work really hard on this film. Like when I was with Lane.
Reduced drastically because it's a principle of success. You
tell a story. Tell a story of a word.
Scared, and as you're walking on a set, realize that the fear is good.
If you do not have it written down, your chances of it happening is...
I said, I don't have to speak. He said, no. I said, then what will I do? He said, just...
Remember the times where you feel confident. Name that character. Name the character that feels...
You're safe, but you'll never soar. You got to jump.
Rule number 4, make a vision board.
People do not understand this.
And about the goal and dream for buying your mother a home. And so my vision
is, I was really nervous. So he said, that fear, embrace it. Work really hard. And then on that day when you walk on set, Charlie.
You are about what you're going through.
You have to have everything you want written. It's in the Bible. Now, you ain't got to be...
Switch to me when occasionally I would get nervous.
Rule number 4, be friendly.
and be able to provide for her. And I did that.
Charles, thanks, but I don't need you right now. And then be frank, as in a total arsehole.
Let's write the vision and make it plain so that he who reads it will run to it. And even though it tarry, that means
visioned of myself, of wanting to buy a home.
So we're gonna don't care about it, no. And that somehow just
take a long time. Wait for it, for surely it will come at an appointed time.
Oh, I think it's important that people
with everyone.
I genuinely like to be friendly.
Be the greatest Christian in the world, you still got to get some of these scriptures and apply them. Habakkuk 2:2, it said,
and you'll be sold. But here's the other caveat. Let me teach you this right here. If you
bought 4 different homes before she passed.